There's this thing that we say, how the country running. When someone wants to engage you in a political discussion, they'd say, how the country running? Well, tonight, that's my question to you and to myself. How the country running? And honestly, I wish that we could have a call-in session, but unfortunately we can't. So I'll tug it out and give my position and other views based on conversations with other persons. We're on season 1, episode 5 of Cut Deep, and the question tonight is, how the country running? We'll take a short break and come right back.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Welcome back to season 1, episode 5 of Cut Deep. The question tonight is, how the country running? As you know, normally I'd have a guest or 3, but tonight it may get a bit technical or tricky, and I wouldn't want to put that burden on anyone else, so I will carry it for tonight. In the general elections of 2015, the National Democratic Party was re-elected for a second term to run the government affairs. It wasn't long before confusion arose within the party ranks, followed by the plans to extend the runway, hurricane and floods of 2017, questions over the Pear Park budget reallocated sewage monies, BVI Airways fiasco, the handling of the natural disasters, the $1 Million Wall, founding of the RDA. The government was riddled with accusations of corruption, victimization, cronyism, and the like. Its inability to lay good governance legislation on the table, and on and on. Fast forward to the elections of 2019, the territory called for change, a drainage of the swamp, so to speak. On the heels of a nasty campaign, the Virgin Islands Party came out victorious. There was a calm of relief and excitement, but within 2 months or less, that air was snuffed out. 2 questions started surfacing. Did we achieve change? Was the swamp drained? Persons started being harassed on the job, others sent home, replaced with supporters of the new government. Questionable appointments and contracts started to surface. To date, there are those contracts and appointments that have yet to reach the ear of the people. Inept boards put in place, government portfolios reshuffled, and conflict of interests run rife. 1,500 statuses given away despite a call by the people to put immigration reform on the table before such a decision was made. Persons allegedly contacted for speaking out or blogging against the new administration. People ran timid, they ran for cover. All within the first year of the new VIP administration, who came in on a wave of change, transparency, and promised good governance. They got us. They got us good. As the old people does say, you got a 6 for a 9. Anyone that knows me will tell you I call the VIP the NDP on steroids. Who don't like that statement know exactly what to do. And I will make it a few times tonight, so get used to it. Anywho, we will take a short break and come right back with the meat.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents its newest talk show, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, with yours truly, Ron Grant. A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, a 284 Media production.
Welcome back to episode 5 of Cut Deep, How the Country Runnin'. At the end of March, this territory went into an 8-day, 24-hour mandatory lockdown because we had imported 2 cases of COVID-19. We were then extended by 14 days and then another 7 days, so a month of hard curfew. The COVID crisis has run amok in the BVI because our government was not and is still unprepared in dealing with its moving parts. Yes, lock us down to avoid spread. That's pretty easy, but let's look at the more delicate intricacies. Job loss, loss of businesses, blow to the tourism industry on the heels of Maria. To add fuel to fire, a stimulus package, which should have come forward at least 1 month prior to lockdown, was a minimum 3 months late and found wanting. To date, based on calculations and percentages, really and truly, no one has benefited from this stimulus package. If we can pull up the stimulus package on the screen, 10 million for unemployment and 6.5 million for small business. A report was issued last week by the Minister for the Subject, Honorable Vincent Whitley, stating that 6,000 people had applied for unemployment support and only some 100 persons have received to date. A total of some $176,000 has been paid out to date. Let's be absolutely clear. More than 60% of the labor force in the BVI is in dire straits. People are walking around unemployed, not knowing where the next penny is coming from, begging for monies weekly to feed their families. And you're telling me that after a month of putting forward the stimulus package, only some 100 persons were able to receive help? Out of 10 million, not even 250,000 paid out? And you guys had the gumption to issue these numbers? This is an embarrassment, to say the least. Under the structure of the Social Security guidelines and based on the history of companies not paying into the Social Security Fund, we knew the stimulus proposed by the government would not work. They knew it would not work. You cannot expect to pull out of a scheme what was not put in. However, the VIP government administration rides high on PR, publicity, but their plans are ill-thought and hold no follow-through. This has been proven over and over, operating ad hoc, continuously while all the citizens and residents have worked for is on the line. The Premier threatened to call the names of persons holding back the 40 million payout from Social Security. Again, another publicity stunt. Come on, this is the Premier, the head of government business. His government makes legislation. How is he threatening people? Would now be the time to update Social Security guidelines to circumvent the theft that has been going on by companies, to fix government system to avert this theft? Every single day, there is a House of Assembly session. Every single day, and not one amendment to the Social Security legislation? None? Besides a non-threat to expose people? Well, let me break it to you. It is not a priority. Fixing Social Security is not a priority. Bringing our friends and ourselves into regulation will not happen. Yes, those owing Social Security sit right in our House of Assembly. Their immediate families and closest friends, their campaign donors and business partners. Yep, do not hold your breath. The VIP administration is hoping for this COVID-19 nightmare to blow over and they come out unscathed. Oh, but we saved you from a full spread while people's lives are under full stress. Honorable Premier, unless you plan to fix Social Security, pull the $10 million and put it under social services so that families can access the money. Then we have the $6.5 million for businesses. But if the employee can't access, how will the employer? What a load of bull and a crock of Can anyone tell me who on God's earth is advising this administration? Honorable Premier, we have talked about the issues with Social Security for decades. The treatment of employees by employers. Fix it. Be worth your salt and fix this. Stop taking the people for fools. While we are on Social Security, was anyone else shocked on the vast land holdings of the Social Security Board? I was totally shocked. Almost 200 acres of land and some 20 million spent. I think it is time that it becomes mandatory that the people of the BVI receive an annual report from Social Security. Not only that, but Social Security needs an immediate audit, and it needs to be made public forthwith. And while we're on audits, Honorable Vincent Wheatley, we need an audit of government properties in its entirety. What lands are there? What has been sold? And to whom? And the process and what is rented, to whom and the process. This will include an update on Wickham's Key and Crafts Alive. Yes, I can hear the VIP faithful sheep. Why didn't you ask that of the past administration? I certainly did, over and over, but I am not here to talk about them. I am here to talk about the administration that promised to usher in change. We're going to take a short break and come right back.
Eco? 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 Everyone is speaking about eco-friendly products. We wanted to take the time to introduce the Eco Island brand. Eco Island is a brand dedicated to providing you with a reliable and cost-effective solution. Eco-friendly products for your restaurant, hotel, bar, office, and home. With takeaway trays, bags, cups, paper straws, cutlery, and cleaners. For more information, follow us at Eco Island 100.
In the final analysis, we have two options: stay inside and create memories that will last forever, or go outside and say goodbye to those memories. We're not stuck inside, we're safer inside. The time is now to unite, embrace, and love each other from a distance. Show the world and the people in it just how much they mean to you by keeping your distance. It may be difficult, but necessary. Let's reintroduce humanity and heart to all homes. While we can't enjoy the sun, sand, and sea, let's take this time to remember why we are nature's little secrets. Stay inside, and when it's over, we would all be better, stronger, and we would all still be together. With self-discipline and patience, we can overcome. We are, have been, and will always be VI Strong. A message from your team at 284 Media.
We're back. It's season 1 and episode 5 of Cut Deep. How the country running. Am I the only person concerned that we are in a crisis and every single day there is a House of Assembly sitting? Am I the only one? With life in the new normal, no one can keep up as they'd wish. Is the government using the cover of COVID to screw us, manipulate us, dictate over us? I am extremely, extremely concerned. Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not. The VIP administration has brought two major legislations to the House in the past week and a half: gambling legislation and marijuana legislation. The gambling legislation went through the House 1, 2, 3. The marijuana legislation will be the same. I understand it is expected to be passed this week. By the mere magnitude of what these legislations represent, they should not have been passed without public debate and input. And it's difficult to have public debate and input when there is no gathering. How are you sure who is logged in and watching your presentation? It could be 3,000 people overseas that are not affected by us. And for a couple of people calling in to ask questions, it is simply not enough. It is not input by the public. A matter of fact, they should have come to the people as a referendum so that they could be voted on by the citizens. These are major legislations and not simply fly-by-night issues. They will change the infrastructure, scope, and outlook of the BVI drastically and kill what's left of our moral fabric. Our social issues will continue to spiral out of control because they are not a priority now and they will not be a priority then. Why are these two legislations so important to get through the House now and in such a hurry? Who are the benefactors? The street says there is already a casino out of St. Martin lined up to come to the BVI under the partnership of a businessman/loan shark who is a belonger. I don't usually listen to the street, but sometimes you have to wonder if 1 + 1 could make 4. Let's talk about the marijuana legislation for a minute and Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley. It would be a lie if I told you that this minister in particular didn't shock the hell out of me. He really got me, and the fact is, he is the worst form of politician. Acted under the guise of activism for years, marched the streets. What I really want to say is, what a shameful waste, and he will be beaten with many stripes. I would like the Honorable Natalia Wheatley to explain the difference between him and Dr. Pickering. Not only for the people of the 7th, but for the entire BVI, as you hold a very important ministry. How do you find the gall to speak to the people of the BVI about an investor for marijuana and feel it isn't the people's business to know who it is? You have been speaking about this investor for the better part of a year. Who is the investor? Are they local? If not, who are the local partners? Why is there secrecy surrounding this? It is the people's business to know. And while we're on secrecy, who is the investor developing Brandywine Bay? Was this put out for tender? What was the process in selecting this investor? I want to remind you and your colleagues that just because someone could buy belonger status doesn't qualify them owning major stakes in the BVI. Understand that Virgin Islanders want to hold a stake in the development of the BVI. We will not accept something built up around us and not owned by us. We are full-on disappointed in you, and don't think for a moment the people of the 7th aren't observing the deliberate rift you're creating between the villages of the 7th district. Brandywine comes to mind. What is the difference about you for the 7th? Dr. Wheatley, you are Dr. Pickering. It's an embarrassment. Unite your district and move it forward. You're an absolute failure. And here come the sheep. Gambling and marijuana legislations will bring jobs. But for who? And who will own these two industries? I don't know about you, but as a Virgin Islander, I'm fed up. I won't end my rant on the good Minister of Education without highlighting the stress you place on private schools, Century House Montessori to be specific. I am glad, however, that I didn't have to call you and your junior minister out on what the word on the street was on that. It is not government administration's job to decide who will eat or what businesses will survive or which ones their colleagues think are for the taking. That is corruption. Do better. If we can put up the image with the Virgin Islanders to hold top positions under the new constitution. The BVI is due a constitutional review. It is time. However, again, why is it shrouded in secrecy? Why is this government that ran on transparency so secretive with the people's business? You were hired to do a job and must answer to the people. Has a committee been set up to do the review? If so, who is on the committee? Is the committee charged with making the changes, or will the territory be a part? Again, this is a major document for the BVI and one that determines our future. We demand to be a part of the discussion and not have a finished document presented to us. Should this not happen, we will take to the streets and it will not be pretty. We are fed up. We will take a break and be right back.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
I will say here and now that the situation going on with the governor, Claude Skelton Klein, and Vino is embarrassing to high heavens, and it stinks. The Speaker of the House is the majority shareholder of Vino. Is it safe to say that he too is fighting with the governor? Honorable Premier, the Speaker chosen by your government and a consultant hired by your government is having an all-out brawl with the governor. You are quiet. Are you good with this? They are a reflection of you. How does Claude Skelton Klein come across information that he is being investigated by the governor? Did the information drop by a speed bump? Honorable Premier, this does not look good for your government. And while we're here, the people require an update on the Claude Skelton Klein $16,000 per month contract. Is it a revolving contract? Again, the people's business. People are worried for me every day. They let me know constantly, and I have to continuously calm their spirits. After this, it will be no different, but the honest truth is, I don't care what punishment they bring on me. I am here for a purpose, and it will be fulfilled. We don't determine our destiny. It is preset. The VIP government was elected on the hope of change, not jumping from the pot into the fire. If the NDP ever called for my dismissal, I am unaware of it. It took only 2 months for the VIP to be elected before I received my first letter, and they haven't stopped coming. A matter of fact, they suspended me just a few weeks ago for cursing half a bad word on my own time. Might I remind the VIP government that a full-on rant with the Speaker of the House swearing went viral and no one batted an eye. No one thought it disrespectful in the position he holds, and no one thought he should apologize as head of our House of Assembly. I've been written up for posts on my own Facebook page under this administration, and yet the Premier could be absolutely silent on a disgusting, controversial cartoon in a paper owned by his Speaker of our House of Assembly. Let us talk about the silencing of the media. Has anyone else observed this? The papers, besides Vino, barely want to cover government's movements. Trump-like management of the media under the VIP. If we could bring up that image of the BVI News clarifying whether the speaker had written or forwarded information supporting the stupid cartoon in Vino. When BVI News did not even say that they had written it, bullying of the media. Honorable Premier, get it together. Your government is the NDP on steroids. Let's address the scooter ban extension. Honorable Kai Reimer, what is the legitimate rationale for the banning of bikes? Be transparent. For once, I would love this government to be transparent. Is it crime? What is it? The constant feel of dictatorship oozing from this administration is slimy green. I can't stand it. Decisions are disjointed and simply make no sense. You're handing out passes to who you feel should have them. What is the ultimate goal of the ban? The scooter riders have asked for a meeting, and as of today, you have totally ignored them. Hopefully, they are ignored in the same manner come elections 2023. Shane Winter is an encyclopedia of knowledge as it relates to this topic. You said publicly that you would contact him for a meeting. I spoke with him, and you have yet to call him. What is the plan? Why are the scooter riders being discriminated against? Are they not citizens and deserve a response? I am disgusted by these actions. Honorable Premier, what is the plan on opening up this territory? When can companies begin to make projections? Your silence is compounding the situation. Most of these business owners have poured their life savings into their businesses. Give them some relief. You are watching season 1, episode 5 of Cut Deep. We will be right back to wrap up.
In the final analysis, we have two options: stay inside and create memories that will last forever, or go outside and say goodbye to those memories. We're not stuck inside, we're safer inside. The time is now to unite, embrace, and love each other from a distance. Show the world and the people in it just how much they mean to you by keeping your distance. It may be difficult, but necessary. Let's reintroduce humanity and heart to all homes. While we can't enjoy the sun, sand, and sea, let's take this time to remember why we are nature's little secrets. Stay inside, and when it's over, we would all be better, stronger, and we would all still be together. With self-discipline and patience, we can overcome. We are, have been, and will always be VI Strong. A message from your team at 284 Media. Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
I am appealing to the people of the Virgin Islands to stand up and be counted in what is going on in this territory. We talk in our corners and groups, in the coffee shop and the barber shops, out on the blocks, but that conversation needs to arise into a loud noise. Waiting for an election is simply not enough. We will not always be able to reverse the grave errors these administrations are making. It is costing our territory heavily and weighing on our people and future generations. How can we think about independence when we are locked out of discussion? When we see raw, wide corruption around us daily? Virgin Islanders, stand up for these beautiful islands that our forefathers slaved over. They gave their lives. Demand accountability from the sitting government. Demand freedom of information legislation be brought to the table now. Other good governance legislation. It needs to happen now. Major legislations are going through the House and nothing on these legislations. The writing is on the wall. Our government administrations have proven to be corrupt. If this administration isn't, then I challenge the Premier to put that legislation on the table within the next month. The territory has questions, and this is the only way to get them. Stand up and hold the government accountable. They owe it to us. To only show they be held accountable, every high-sitting PS, head of government, department, and head of statutory board, including the head of the RDA, their businesses need to be audited every year. Cronyism is rife in the VIP administration. It is time to clean up the BVI. If you're unable to stand up for whatever reason, support those who dare to stand for you. We have endured enough. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tune in next week, same day and time, for episode 6 of Cut Deep.